Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this video of class 5th science chapter 2, that is health and hygiene. So students, in our last video we were discussing about the various components of food and the sources of these components like carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, proteins, minerals, and water and roughage also. And we have also learned that the food which consists of all these nutrients in the right amount or adequate amount, that is known as a balanced diet. The diet which contain the all the components of food in right or adequate amount for the proper functioning of the body, that is known as a balanced diet. And we know that the only food alone is not enough to keep ourselves healthy. Suppose we are taking a healthy diet but we are not involved in any physical activity like playing, running, swimming, exercising, so our inactive lifestyle also harm our body, and it will make our muscles weak and flabby and affect our posture also. So the regular exercise also necessary to develop and gives shape to our muscles, and it also gives us a straight and the graceful posture, right? And sometimes when there is a deficiency or there is a lack of nutrients in our body, so uh, our body or a part of it does not function properly, and that condition is known as a disease. So the disease is a condition when our body or a part of it doesn't function properly. So today we will discuss about the disease and the types of disease, the cause of disease, and how can we prevent ourselves from the disease. Okay, so let's start. So, what is a disease? A disease is an illness that affects the proper functioning of the body or mind. Disease is the condition when the our body or the part of it doesn't function properly. That is known as a disease, and these diseases are caused due to many reasons. So, the first and the most important reason is the due to the lack of the proper diet. If there is a lack or there is a deficiency of the nutrients in our body, so we may suffer from many diseases. And the next reason is disease may also be caused by some harmful organisms called germs or microbes. So depending upon the cause of the disease, these diseases are classified into two groups. So the first one is communicable disease and the second one is non-communicable disease. So the communicable disease are those disease that spread from person to person, and the non-communicable disease are those that does not spread from person to person. So let's discuss them one by one. So the first is a non-communicable disease, the disease that cannot spread from person to person. Those diseases that do not spread from one person to another are known as the non-communicable disease. And some of the non-communicable disease are caused due to the lack or the deficiency of a particular nutrient in the food. That is why they are also known as the deficiency diseases. And there are so many non-communicable disease. The first one is night blindness. So the first disease is night blindness, and it is caused due to the lack of the vitamin A in the food, and the person who suffers from the uh, night blindness unable to see in the dim light, because the night blindness makes the person unable to see in the dim light, right? And how can we prevent ourselves from night blindness? It can be prevented by having a diet rich in vitamin A. Okay, And there are so many sources of vitamin A. We have green vegetables, carrot, mango, papaya, milk, butter, and fish liver oil. All these are the sources of vitamin A, so we must include them in our diet to prevent ourselves from night blindness. Okay, now the next disease is scurvy. So scurvy is basically related to our teeth or related to our gums, and it is caused due to the deficiency of vitamin C. And in scurvy, the person suffers from the bleeding gums or the swelling of jaws. You can see here the gums are bleeding and there is swelling of jaws. So this disease may occur due to the deficiency of vitamin C. And there are so many sources of vitamin C like gooseberry, orange, lemon, and amla. And there are so many other sources also like guava, tomato, green vegetables. All these are the sources of the vitamin C, so we must include them in our diet to prevent ourselves from scurvy. Okay, now the next disease is rickets. So the rickets is caused due to the lack of vitamin D along with minerals like calcium, phosphorus in the diet. And there are so many sources of vitamin D, that is curd, cheese, cream, butter, and milk, egg yolk. And the most important natural source of vitamin D is sunlight. Sunlight is the most important natural source of vitamin D. And the person who suffers from rickets also suffers from so many disease, because in rickets the bones becomes soft and bent. You can see here these bones, the bones of this boy becomes bent and soft. The bow legs the bow legs due to the malformation of leg bones and the pain in bones. And you also know that the soft bones are more susceptible to fracture. So it is very important to include the food rich in vitamin D in our diet. And all sunlight is also a very important source. So sunlight also helps to increase vitamin D. Now the next disease is goiter. And goiter is caused due to the lack of the mineral, and that is iodine. So the disease causes swelling of the thyroid gland. You can see here the thyroid gland swells up. And this gland is found in the neck region. This thyroid gland is found in the neck region, and this thyroid gland looks like this. And there is swelling in this area due to the deficiency of iodine in the diet. So it can be cured by taking iodine rich food in the diet like iodized salt, seafoods, and etc. So the next disease is anemia. Anemia is caused due to the lack of the mineral iron in the diet. Due to the deficiency of iron in the diet, anemia occurs, and it leads to low hemoglobin level in the body. You can see here also, this is the hand of a person who is having uh, normal blood, and this is the hand of a person who is having the low hemoglobin. That is why his skin looks yellow and his skin looks normal. Okay, so the lack of hemoglobin in the body reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of also. And it can be cured by the intake of iron rich foods like apple, spinach, guava, banana, brinjal, and jaggery. All these are the sources of iron. They are the very good sources of iron, so we must include them in our diet to prevent ourselves from anemia. Now this is the all about the non communicable diseases. There are some more diseases which occur due to the lack of the regular exercises, and these diseases are diabetes, obesity, and the heart diseases. Now let's move on to the communicable diseases. Now there are so many diseases which are communicable, and communicable diseases are those diseases which are spread from one person to other. These diseases spread from an infected person to an healthy person. So these are known as the communicable disease which spread from one person to another person. Okay, and these disease are the also called as the catching disease, and these diseases are caused by the germs or the microbes, or you can say these are disease are caused by the pathogens, and these pathogens are viruses, bacteria, and parasitic worms, and the fungi. So we all know that germs are found everywhere, and they grow and multiply very rapidly. So they spread very fast and cause several diseases, and they can enter your body through infected or impure water, or impure food, or the contaminated food, or through air also. And even a cut on your body also cause communicable disease. And there are four types of disease which are caused by germs. First disease are caused by the bacteria, and the disease caused by bacteria are the tuberculosis, plague, pneumonia, typhoid, and many more. The next type of disease are caused by fungi, and there are so many disease like all the skin disease are caused by fungi, ringworm, athlete foot, jock itch, all these diseases are caused by fungi. The next type of disease which are caused by the protozoa, or you can say that the parasitic worms. The disease which are caused by the parasitic worms are the dysentery, malaria, that is caused by a mosquito. And you can say that the protozoa are the responsible for many disease like dysentery, malaria, dengue, yellow fever. Now the next type of disease are the disease which are caused by virus, and these disease are cholera, common cold, flu, polio, measles, chickenpox, coronavirus. All these diseases are caused by the viruses. And you know that how these diseases spread. There are so many modes of spreading of communicable disease. We all know that the germs are present all around us, and they can enter our body through food we eat, through water we drink, through air we breathe. And the body of a sick person also contains a lot of germs, and they can easily spread to a healthy person and make him sick. So let's discuss the different ways by which communicable disease can spread. The first one is by direct contact. Contact with an infected person or things used by him can spread the disease. Suppose we are in contact with an infected person, and so the we can also be infected if we used the things used by the infected person. And there are so many diseases which are caused by the direct contact like measles, common cold, chickenpox, corona, tuberculosis. All these disease is spread through direct contact with the person suffering from the disease. Now the next mode of spreading of communicable diseases through air. So the disease like measles, common cold, influenza spread through airs. Whenever a infected person or a sick person sneeze or cough, so it releases so many germs in the air. And when this infected air is breathed by a healthy person, so he can also catch the infection. So in this way the communicable disease is spread through air. Now the next mode of spreading of communicable disease is through insect bite. So the insect like mosquitoes can spread so many diseases like dengue, like malaria, like encephalitis, like West Nile, and yellow fever, chikungunya. All these disease can spread by malaria. And when the mosquito bites a person suffering from malaria or suffering from any other protozoan disease like dengue, yellow fever, whenever the mosquito bites a person suffering from any disease like malaria, so it sucks his blood and becomes a carrier of germs. And when it will bite a healthy person, whenever it will bite a healthy person, so the germs will be injected into the healthy person's blood also. And he or she will also get infected. So in this way the insects also spread communicable disease. Okay. Now the next mode of spreading of communicable disease is through infected food and water. So there are so many disease which spread through infected water, or you can say that they are the waterborne disease, like typhoid fever, like cholera, like hepatitis A, like food poisoning. All these disease spread through infected food or infected water. Whenever the food and water are not stored in clean, healthy, or unhygienic conditions, suppose we are not storing them in hygienic conditions, so it becomes pure or infected. And when this unhygienic food is consumed by any healthy person, whenever this unhygienic food is consumed by any healthy person, so he can or she can become ill, and it may lead to serious diseases like typhoid, like food poisoning, like hepatitis, like jaundice. So all these diseases spread through infected food and water. So this is one of the mode of spreading of communicable disease. Now the next mode of spreading of communicable disease is through wounds and cuts. So you know that germs are present all around us, and germs can enter our body through open wounds and cuts also. Therefore, walking barefoot or leaving our wounds uncovered, whenever we left it uncovered, so it can be dangerous for us. And the diseases like tetanus may spread through these open wounds. So this is also one of the mode of spreading of communicable diseases. So there are so many diseases which occur through infected food. There are so many diseases which occur through wounds and cuts. Which are There are so many diseases which occur through insect bite, through air, by direct contact. So there are so many modes of spreading of these communicable diseases, and we have to prevent ourselves from these communicable diseases. Coronavirus is also a communicable disease which is severely spreading from one person to another by direct contact, through air also. So we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to wear masks to prevent ourselves from this coronavirus, which is a very severe communicable disease. And to prevent ourselves from this disease, we have to wear mask, we have to follow social distance, we have to wash our hands regularly there. So that we can prevent ourselves from this coronavirus or any other communicable disease, because these diseases easily transmit from a sick person or an infected person to a healthy person. So this is all about the spreading of communicable disease. Now in our next class or in our next video, we will discuss about the prevention of these communicable disease. So thank you, and see you in the next video.